Hi everyone, it's Frost. Welcome to another World of Warcraft video. There are a lot of armor sets in World of Warcraft. In fact, there's so many that you could make dozens of videos and ending up only scratching the surface. Today we're going to focus on classic vanilla tier sets that I believe to be the best looking armor sets for each class. The purpose of this, other than just being eye candy, it's to somehow help choose a class in classic WoW, maybe trigger some good nostalgic memories, or even help current players look for a classic transmog set. So let's cut to the chase and start with the first class. On the left we have the Giant Stalker tier 1 set. In the middle we have the Dragon Stalker tier 2 set. And on the right it's the Beastmaster Dungeon 2 set. Now this was a tough one, mostly because people are more familiar with tier 1 and 2 sets since Beastmaster was added late into the game and later the quest chain was totally removed. After carefully looking at each set individually, I've reached a conclusion that the winner is the Beastmaster. This set looks like it's made by hunters for hunters. The fur, the leather, the fangs, and the wolf helm feel like they were handpicked trophies from vicious beasts he hunted down. And the red finishing touch, it's not paint, but the blood of his prey. Compared to other colorful sets, this one is more immersive and realistic for this barbaric class. On the left we have the Bloodfang tier 2 set. In the middle we have the Bonesight tier 3 set. And on the right we have the Nightslayer tier 1 set. Now this one is pretty obvious. It has been popular back in the days and it's even popular today. While the popularity of the set does not necessarily come through acts of glory, it came mostly through the fear of new adventurers in Azeroth that were terrorized by someone wearing the Bloodfang set. What better way to represent a rogue class? I believe this is one of the best tier set Blizzard ever made. The two main ingredients are darkness and blood, perfectly mixed with simplicity. Try naming a rogue ability that doesn't fit this set. Ambush, chip shot, backstab, blind, and so on. All that pride, all that glory. Just to gank a little gnomey. On the left we have the Redemption tier 3 set. In the middle we have the Judgment tier 2 set. And on the right we have the Avenger tier 2.5 set. So far the game makes my life easy. You already know the winner. Think I'll add this to the video thumbnail. It will definitely make a lot of people click. One question is bugging me though. How come a tier set made in 2005 look better than most of the current WoW sets? The Faceless Warrior of the Light. The Paladin has become enlightened. The light is bursting through his eyes and the armor acts as a reminder to the vows he made to the Holy Church. To help the poor, the sick and the elderly. To use thy holy power to heal the wounded, cleanse the poisoned, to bless those in need, and whenever it's required, to raise the sword and fight. To receive no service nor attendance from a woman, and to persistently avoid feminine kisses. There are multiple reports of paladins breaking the third vow. Even though the plate skirt acts as a chastity device, those who unlocked the beast, it is known they used protection. On the left we have the Earth Fury tier 1 set. In the middle we have the 10 Storms tier 2 set. And on the right we have the Earth Shatter tier 3 set. Such a controversial class in vanilla, yet with great tier sets. I remember back in the days getting killed by a full tier 1 Shaman while questing in Strangletorn. I was convinced that I got killed by a GM, because no way in hell a player can have that armor. That's the reason today we're choosing, well, Earth Shatter. If you try to include all the elements of a shaman into an armor set, you'll end up with a clown. Earth Shatter, on the other hand, has a good mix of earth and fire. The shaman has magma flowing through his veins. Hell, you can even see that in his eyes. The two earth cores on the shoulders keep the set heated to around 1000 degrees, which forces the shaman to cast a lot of healing waves just to cool off. Unfortunately, he never reached a stable temperature until Burning Crusade. On the left we have the Plague Heart tier 3 set. In the middle we have the Nemesis tier 2 set. And on the right we have the Death Mist Dungeon 2 set. And the winner is all three of them. Nah, I'm just kidding, but you can see how each set could be a winner. Unfortunately, only one set can be chosen today, and that set is Death Mist. No, wait. Plague Heart. Actually, by popular demand, the winner today is Nemesis. Green and purple, just like the class icon. Demons on shoulders, demons on helm, demons everywhere. It is said that the set was crafted with the demons still alive, but banished to preserve the corrupted energy. Nemesis has hidden stats, plus 10 intimidation. Probably you've noticed too, cause the first instinct upon seeing an enemy dressed like this is to run. On the left we have the Arcanist tier 1 set, in the middle we have the Netherwind tier 2 set, and on the right we have the Frostfire tier 3 set. I have to admit I kinda hated the Arcanist set, probably because of the stats, but now that I see it complete, in terms of looks, it's quite good. You look at Netherwind and you already know you're on the next level, giving the feel that you're progressing not only with power, but with looks as well. But my gosh, the Frostfire is just out of this world. Some people would say that this is the best set ever made, and probably they're right. Most mage sets through vanilla keep the same spectrum of blue and red colors as the class icon. I cannot really explain why this set is so good, maybe because of the patterns, the contrast between the light and dark colors? I don't know, I just know it's pleasant to watch, and that's all I need to know. On the left we have the Martial rank 13 set, in the middle we have the Fate tier 3 set, and on the right we have the Transcendence tier 2 set. While making this top, I've tried to stay away from PvP and Temple of Ankh-Rush sets, because they're not really promoting the unique features of a class. Instead, they're promoting the copy pasta and recoloring of the same armor skins, no matter the class. But the Martial rank 13 set feels like it was initially made for priests. Another good example of light and dark colors emphasizing the good and evil side of the priest. The priest can use his holy powers to offer protection, healing, resurrection, and at the same time he can switch to his shadowy side and curse, fear, seek, and destroy. Never underestimate a priest dressed like this, because no matter who you are, you don't stand a chance. On the left we have the Rat tier 2 set, in the middle we have the Dreadnought tier 3 set, and on the right we have the Heroism Dungeon 2 set. The Dungeon 2 set might not be the best looking on an orc, but it's still a beautiful set. The Rat set with his multiple layers of plate and the razor sharp blades on helm and shoulders makes the warrior look fierce and strong, but the Dreadnought feels like a tribute to the warrior, the God King of all warriors. Looking at this set, a quote comes to my mind. Revenge is a dish best served cold. I don't know why, but here we have a full black set that makes you look like a god. I'm curious, who are the artists that designed the Dreadnought set, and why is Mona Lisa on a museum wall instead of this? Mind blowing. And guys, one more question for you. What are those? On the left we have the Feral Heart Dungeon 2 set. In the middle we have the Dreamwalker Tier 3 set, and on the right we have the Stormrage Tier 2 set. Here we're looking for elements that somehow define the Druid: stars and the moon, mysticism and power over nature, and a strong connection with the wildlife. While Stormrage and Dreamwalker are great sets, there can be only one set to rule them all, and that set is the Feral Heart. The first thing we notice on the set is the 3 types of birds: 2 stuffed birds of paradise on the shoulders, the owl face on the chest, and the eagle head as a helm. The second thing is the amount of leaves that will stay forever green due to the liquid sap flowing inside a druid. And the third thing is the luminous energy of the stars and moon, keeping it all together with some type of ancient spell, which you can see embedded at the bottom of the shoulders, edge of gauntlets, and bottom of the skirt. It is known that the secrets for making this set are forever lost, and the druids that want to acquire it will have to reincarnate to a fresh young Azeroth that still follows the way of the ancients. As I mentioned in the beginning, those were my personal favorite picks, and while many might relate to them, I'm curious to know which were yours. What sets have you completed on the past? And what sets are you aiming to complete in the future? If I made an injustice to other sets out there, please let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, stay frosty.